Hello fellow food lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making the most indulgent and delicious thing you ever bake this year. This banana cake is loaded with chocolate and hazelnut spread and topped with some Oreo. This is not only easy to make, you don't need a mixer to make it, and it is super delicious. Let's get started. Welcome back. I decided to make this banana cake today because I've had these bananas in my fridge for some time. The overripe one, it's been sitting there for about a week. I know it's not rotten inside, the skin is just looking like that because it's been sitting in the fridge for so long, and I'm not going to be throwing it away. Okay, so you're going to be needing some butter, some milk, cinnamon, a baking powder, baking soda, some sugar, and some all-purpose flour. So don't worry, I'm going to list the ingredients and the measurements in the description box below. So I started by mixing all my dry ingredients. Started by mixing in my cinnamon into the flour, my baking soda, my baking powder. Just mix all those things together and set them aside. While I am doing that, I'll use the opportunity to welcome you to my channel if you're just coming across my video for the very first time. And if you're my existing subscriber, thank you so much for your amazing support all the time. You guys are amazing. As you can see, after mixing all the dry ingredients together, I went ahead to start on my bananas. And as I said, look at the bananas. They're not bad inside, but the outside looks really bad. This one I picked up from the supermarket today, and I deliberately picked some that are really not looking their best because I knew I was going to be adding it to this very overripe one. So you're going to peel your bananas and just mash it. You can mash it with a fork, you can mash with a potato masher or whatever you have, like I've done here. You're just going to set it aside. Next, you're going to be beating your eggs. I'm making use of 4 eggs in this recipe. This recipe, you can scale it down or you can scale it up as well. It is going to be fine. So for this batch, I am making use of 4 eggs. So just quickly mix your egg and pour it into the bananas. Like I said earlier, this is a very quick recipe, so you do not need to over mix things. Okay, just make sure everything is nicely combined and then move on to the next step. After combining the egg and the mashed bananas, you're going to come in with your vanilla extract and mix it in, and then after that you're going to come in with your sugar. Usually I like to use a combination of brown and white sugar, but today I do not have brown sugar and nothing is going to stop me. So I went with white sugar. So feel free to decide what type of sugar you use. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Next, I came in with my melted butter. Feel free to substitute this with oil if you prefer that. But seriously, if I'm not out of butter, I would not use oil because butter also adds its own flavor to this cake and that buttery taste. So I prefer to use butter. But if I was going to make this and there's no butter, nothing is going to stop me. I will use my oil. Okay, if you know me in the kitchen by now, you know that if I want to make something, I am going to make it no matter what. So at this stage, you're going to be adding your dry ingredients and you're going to be gently folding it into the mixture like I'm doing here. Try not to over mix things, trying to make everything smooth. Just make sure that the flour, they're well combined. That's all you're trying to achieve here. And if you're still watching this video, thank you so very much for sticking around. You guys are super amazing. Do not forget to hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Please hit the like button. It is very important to me. And also please leave me a comment. Help me to share as well if you haven't already done so. God bless you. So after folding in the flour, you're going to come in last with the milk. You're coming last with the milk because at this point you can control the texture, because flours do act differently. Some flours would accept more liquid, some would accept less. So I like to come in with my milk at the very end, and you're just going to mix it in like so. I made use of evaporated milk, and this is the consistency that you're looking for. These are my baking tins for today, and I have greased them with some butter and lined them with parchment paper. I doubled my recipe today so I can make this big tin and give to my neighbors, so that's why I have lots of cakes. So this is where the fun begins. I am going to be adding in my hazelnut hazelnut and chocolate spread. You can make use of Nutella or whatever other brand that you use, and just layer it and add as much of this as you like. But this is what I do. I don't want to overdo things, and I do not want to underdo it as well, if that's the word. So I covered with another layer of my mix, and then I topped with extra chocolate and hazelnut spread. And for the remaining batch, I went in with some hazelnut and chocolate spread, and I actually mixed it into the batter. I'm just trying to create different intensity, if you know what I mean, of this hazelnut and chocolate flavor. So this one will be like the mild version. The other purchase is going to contain more hazelnut and chocolate spread, and what I've done to achieve that is to mix some hazelnut and chocolate spread into the actual butter, and then I went ahead to do exactly what I did with the first thing, layer it with more hazelnut and chocolate spread, or Nutella if you like. For some reasons, my daughter doesn't like banana cake with chocolate chips, but with this hazelnut and chocolate spread, she loves it a lot. And everyone that I've gifted this to or have tried in my home this particular banana and hazelnut spread, they love it so much. So you want to try this one. I'm telling you, it is very nice and moist, and it is very, very comforting where you eat it. If you're still watching this video, let me use this opportunity so thank you again. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. Really appreciate you. So these are all my 3 cakes ready to go into my preheated oven. I baked at 160 degrees for 30 minutes for the small one, and the bigger one I baked for 45 minutes. Off camera, I had topped one of the cakes with Oreo because I had this Oreo lying around and I didn't know what to do with it, and that is why I have Oreo on this particular one. And there you have it. Delicious cakes are now ready to slice. You're going to leave it to cool down a bit before you slice into it, okay? Because I know at this point you just want to slice into this cake and enjoy it with a cup of tea or a glass of fizzy drink or whatever you drink, or just water. But just, calm yourself down like I did here until it's nice and cool, and then you can go ahead to slice into it. I decided to slice into the one with the Oreo because I don't know, this is the first time making this one, and I thought, okay, well, the only different thing here is the Oreo on the top. But yeah, I decided to slice into it. Before I slice it, let's admire both side by side and tell me in the comment section which one would you have sliced first. Let me know, okay? Thank you for watching up to this point. So really appreciate you. Sorry I struggled with this video today. The editing, the voiceover, my editing app wasn't stable. I'm not sure if you noticed that, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.